Good morning, and welcome to Bolton. My name is Josh Kelly. I'm the town administrator here, and this is my show. Today, I'd like to bring you a number of different updates, but the first update that you're going to notice right here with me is the update that's been done to the CVC channel down here on Notch Road. It's a wonderful new set that they've put in. This is the first time that I've had the opportunity since it was installed to join them on set. And I want to thank all of the wonderful volunteers and staff here at CVC for making this happen. It really is spectacular. I hope that once the pandemic's over, that members of the public who are interested have the chance to come down here, fill out a volunteer form maybe, and check out this set. But in the meantime, I have a few more updates for you about Bolton's operations, and I hope that we can try and make it a little more uplifting than at least some of the past updates have been. But first, I do want to touch on COVID-19 and where the town stands with it. Right now, I want to make sure that everybody knows that we're social distancing here in the studio. We're also social distancing within our Bolton offices. We have the town hall set up to work in a 50-50 manner. This is a continuation of operations from the summer, where we have half of our staff members working in the office and half of the staff members working from home to assist you on a day-to-day basis. This has been working very well. I know that there, of course, are always items that we wish would move a little bit more quickly in government, and I appreciate all of you being patient with us and working with us through these hard times. But I want you to know that we are in the office, that we are working on your behalf, and that we're doing our best to deliver the quality goods and services that you've come to know and love. I will tell you that there are some changes that are going to be coming to different Bolton Town services in the coming weeks, and that's largely as a result to an increase of cases across the state. As many of you know, in November, the governor, Ned Lamont, took the state back into what he is calling phase 2.1. That's essentially taking us from phase 3 back to phase 2 with a couple modifications, including keeping local theaters open, as well as a couple of other items. In Bolton itself, please note that this recording is being done on Friday, December 11th, 2020. As of yesterday, December 10th, we had 82 positive cases that were recorded in Bolton. That's a cumulative total from the beginning of this crisis, and it might sound like a low number, but considering that Bolton's only 5,000 individuals, it's relatively high. And as a result of some of these cases, we've seen 3 deaths of Bolton residents over the past several months, and we have had 7 total hospitalizations, one of which just came this past week. In nearby towns, we're seeing that, and including Bolton as of yesterday, we're being designated as a red community. A red alert community, as designated by the state, means that we have a high positivity rate. It means that community transmission is occurring. It's occurring at a high volume, and it is impacting our services here. I also know that in nearby towns have been affected to such a degree that I know a volunteer firefighter unfortunately passed away this past week, again in one of our neighboring communities. This is very serious. It could impact you, the lives of the people that you know and love. It's a very real possibility that somebody that you come into contact may have also come into contact with COVID-19, and that means it's all the more important as we come out of Thanksgiving and we head into the Christmas, Hanukkah, and New Year's holidays, that you stay vigilant, that you work with your family to be able to connect with them remotely, to be able to connect with them in socially distant manners, and that you are doing everything that you can to preserve human life. It's a tall order. It's been a long process, but I appreciate all of you for the hard work that you're doing, and I hope that you'll all stay safe and stay healthy through this holiday season. In terms of other impacts that are being felt here in Bolton, the library will be moving to a pickup-only standard, starting actually immediately. You will not be able to enter the library to browse their various collections, but instead we are asking that everybody call ahead or email the library with requests that they have. The library staff is there in the office to accommodate you at your need, and you'll be contacted at such a time that you're able to pick up DVDs, books, whatever the case might be, and pick them up right outside the library, which is located at on Bolton Center Road. If you have any questions about that, please don't hesitate to contact library staff, and that information is found on our website. Schools. We'll also be closing, or I shouldn't say closing, but we'll be moving to a virtual format starting after next Friday, which is December 18th. And at that time, they will be moving to virtual learning. This is partially as a result of rising COVID cases in the community. This is partially as a result of the number of people and staff members included who have had to quarantine as a result of known exposures. Given the fact given their current constraints, they've decided to move to this format and will stay in that format through the new year. For more information, please visit the superintendent's website and the Board of Ed's website online to hear more about their rationale and more information about how virtual learning will continue to take place. Today, I would like to talk to you a little bit about some of the fun activities that are happening here in Bolton, and then I want to talk to you all about my goals. I know the last time I was here with you, I talked about the prospect of them being adopted at a board meeting. And I'm happy to say that they have been adopted and we're moving ahead on them swiftly, and I believe that they're extremely attainable by my deadline of June 30th, 2021. But first, let's talk about some events happening around town. First and foremost, our rec department has been working very hard, along with our senior center and along with our library, to deliver quality services and programs to you during these troubling times. One such event that is held in a totally virtual manner was our tree lighting. That tree lighting was held on Saturday, December 5th, 2020, and at 7 o'clock p.m., the Community Voice channel right here partnered with our recreation department to make sure that that was filmed in advance and was posted online for viewers to see and to enjoy. That has been recorded and is posted on the CVC website in case you are interested in following up and seeing the festivities. Letters to Santa are being accepted by the Bolton Recreation Department by no later than December 14th, 2020. And we guarantee that with our connections to Santa, you'll be able to receive a letter back. Please mail your letters to Bolton Recreation, attention Santa Claus, at 222 Bolton Center Road, Bolton, Connecticut, 06043. We have also developed, of course, our recreation department has developed a holiday lights tour here in Bolton. There are a number of different residents that have taken up the opportunity to contact the recreation office and to inform all of you that they would welcome passersby and gazers to enjoy the lights that they've put out in front of their house. We encourage you to take advantage of this. Those addresses have all been posted on our social media accounts, including Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. They're also listed on our website. And you have the opportunity for the rest of the month, or at least through the Christmas holiday, to go around, enjoy those lights that have been placed outside, and take in a little bit of the holiday spirit. The Oh So Cozy Blanket Drive is occurring at the Bentley Memorial Library. They are accepting blankets. They are accepting new handmade quilts and knit crochet tie blankets and they started on November 30th. This is continuing through February 22nd. And the goal is simply to make sure that we can distribute as many warm blankets to individuals in need throughout the winter time here in Bolton. Adult Zoom book discussions are being held through the library. And the theme of the next few months is The Future is Here. On December 3rd, a few weeks ago, Fahrenheit 451 was discussed, and that Zoom was held at 7 o'clock p.m. that night. On Thursday, January 14th at 7 p.m., you can join the library for a discussion on 1984 by George Orwell. And on Thursday, February 18th at 7 p.m. via Zoom, you can discuss Brave New World. These are some great books that I've had the opportunity to read, certainly make for lively discussion, and I encourage you all to reach out to the library to learn more about how you can get involved in those Zoom discussions. Food and gift donations are highly needed this holiday season. Our senior center is continuing to accept these food donations. Donations can be dropped off at the Bolton Senior Center, at the Bentley Memorial Library, or at St. Maurice Church to make sure that families in need have food on their tables this holiday season. And just a few more to wrap up my updates on events happening around town. The Bolton Mobile Food Share is being held from 10 o'clock to 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday, December 22nd at St. George's Episcopal Church at 1150 Boston Turnpike in Bolton. It's an outdoor food distribution. We're making sure that everybody's staying socially distant at those events, and Mobile Food Share has done an excellent job of being able to provide much needed relief to families in need in this area since this crisis began, and even long before that. If you're somebody who is a little more fortunate and has something to give, please feel free to reach out to either our senior center or Mobile Food Share to learn about how you can get involved and how you can donate. And of course, if you're somebody in need, please don't hesitate to be there at from 10 to 10:30 on Tuesday, December 22nd, for a distribution at St. George's Episcopal Church. Grab-and-go meals are available for all children 18 years or younger, and that's going to be in effect until June 30th, 2021, where one lunch and one breakfast will be given daily for free through a federally mandated benefit. Please visit Bolton Center School at their loading dock on Tuesdays and Fridays between 8 o'clock and 8:30 a.m. If you need more information about that, please visit the school's website, as they've posted quite a bit of those details. The Bolton High School Drama Club is producing a radio play of A Christmas Carol, which will stream the week of Christmas. Please stay tuned for more information about how you can take part and listen to that radio ceremony, and we hope very much that you will take advantage of the production that they're putting together. And lastly, Conservation Commission calendars, as always, are going to be for sale this entire month and probably even a few weeks into January while supplies last. Calendars are $10 each, and all of the proceeds go to support the efforts and the challenges that the Bolton Conservation Commission faces on a day-to-day basis. But let's talk a little bit about goals. As I said before, when I was last here and speaking with all of you, I had the opportunity to tell you that I was preparing and would have a number of goals approved by the Board of Selectmen. That process has occurred, and I have set with them 4 main focus areas and 12 goals under those focus areas, 3 in each of the different areas of focus, where the town and myself are currently striving to move and attain some better policy in service of you. So the 4 focus areas that we focused, or that my goals address, are staff development and inclusion, transparency and accessibility, long-range planning, and modernization and efficiency. And I want to talk to you about the goals that fall under each of these different categories. The first is staff development and inclusion, and it's no surprise, it likely isn't a surprise to anybody who's listening, to know that diversity and inclusion has been on the minds and certainly within our news and our media on a nearly daily basis since May and June. There have been some terrible tragedies that happened in this country and happen around the world on a daily basis this year, and I feel a need to make sure that Bolton is at the forefront of being dedicated to understanding, being inclusive, making sure that any person who walks down the streets inside Town Hall here in Bolton knows that they're going to be met with the same kindness, compassion, and understanding that we would afford to anybody else. So as a result of that, I have been working to generate a diversity and inclusion training that will be delivered not only to all staff, but also to our Board of Selectmen, who has been very forward-thinking and very considerate in their desire to be included in this training. That's going to be held via Zoom. As with everything, unfortunately, we have to be socially distant. But it's going to address what it means to be inclusive, what it means to celebrate and understand diversity and cultural differences. And I believe that it's only going to help enhance the set of services that we provide to you in Town Hall. And I hope that you will all not only understand, but celebrate the fact that we're moving forward with this training for our town staff. And that we can all appreciate the fact that we are a diverse community and we come together every day to support each other, and we want to make sure that nobody's left out, nobody feels alone, and that everybody's treated with the respect and decency that they desire and that they deserve. Beyond that, under staff development and inclusion, we have established regular extended leadership team meetings, and that's something that on a more regular basis we would be able to have under normal circumstances. We've been able to adapt this to Zoom. We've been able to set dates for this, and this allows our departments to have more communication between each other so that we can help deliver to you the absolute best goods and services possible. And we're also planning a supervisors retreat and expectation setting session, which is going to occur in the near future. And it's going to help the supervisors take a look at where we are as a town, set some goals for the future within each department, not just for myself in the larger grand scheme of town operations, but really get down to the nitty gritty to find out what we can improve to make sure that you're getting everything that your taxes should be paying for. On transparency and accessibility, we have a plan in place to go to live stream all in-person meetings once the pandemic is concluded. I think that this is very important in making sure that you have an opportunity to stay engaged, stay involved from the comfort of your home and the convenience of your home, even beyond this pandemic phase. What we're going to do is very simple, and it's been in partnership with the principal over at Bolton High School, where they have a system set up that allows for some very high-tech live streaming. We're going to have a camera. It's going to be mounted on a wall in Town Hall, and that's going to be recorded in high def, streamed straight to our various social media platforms, and I hope after we have some conversations with CVC that we'll be able to get them connected with this program and make sure that they're able to provide that service for you as well through their website and other streaming platforms. So student representatives on the Board of Selectmen are something that have been discussed now for the last couple of years, and even in years long before I was able to come to Bolton and be here with you. Student representatives would not be voting members, they would be non-voting members, but it would allow for, the program would allow for 2 individuals from Bolton High School to be selected in some manner, as to be decided by Bolton High School, to come to Board of Selectmen meetings and hear about the various matters that come before the board, whether it be from our capital improvement plan to the budget, to matters like starting a diversity and inclusion council or getting diversity and inclusion training for the Board of Selectmen. They'll have an opportunity to speak, to weigh in, and to have a level of weight attached to their words by being the prescribed student representatives from Bolton High School. And it will provide an opportunity for Bolton High School to have a voice in the matters of the town and to ensure that our younger generation is getting connected, has an understanding of government and the way that it works, and are able to influence policies that are going to impact them for decades and generations to come. And the last goal that I have under transparency and accessibility is a total website overhaul. As many of you have seen, we have a website that has a lot of information, and it's not always the easiest to navigate. You can visit that website at town.boltonct.org. And on that website, you'll find, I think, an answer to almost any question that you might have. Our goal is to make sure that you can find it in just 2 to 3 clicks, and that it's a little bit more user-friendly, a little bit more visually appealing, and we'll have a few more selections of content, including a new tourism page and including a more robust A to Z guide as a way to answer all of the questions that you might have about town operations. In long-range planning, we're hoping to review, further edit, and adopt new personnel policies. This isn't necessarily of a lot of interest, probably, to members of the public who are watching this program today. But I will tell you that there are a number of new policies that are going to be considered and possibly implemented here in Bolton that relate to human resources and the management of personnel that will help to make Bolton all the more modern, all the more up-to-date, and in line with current practices across the field of government. It's about doing business in the way that you'd expect any business or firm to do, and we hope that all of that will be in good service to the public. We are also working on a set of standard operating procedures to be drafted and implemented for 50% of town departments by the end of this fiscal year. A number of departments already have their own standard operating procedures. This will work to unify and make uniform all of the different procedures that are in place at the moment, as well as make sure that other departments that haven't yet written down their standard operating procedures are taking the time to make sure that the different tasks that they do on a daily basis for you in your service are written down. So that way, in the case that any turnover occurs, we're able to get our new staff members that are hired on up to speed all the more readily to make sure that you are continuing to get high quality service from the town. And my third goal under long-range planning is to have a place I have a plan in place for the town hall facility expansion by June 30th, 2021. As some of you heard, there was some conversation by the Board of Selectmen about purchasing a house in the Bolton Center area to expand town offices. This was considered in October, and unfortunately, due to simply the structure of the house and the way that it's formatted, we weren't able to take advantage of that opportunity. But it certainly churned the gears in the minds of our Board of Selectmen, as well as many of our staff members. And we continue to look for new and innovative ideas on how we can expand town hall facility spaces without compromising the character and the integrity of a historic Bolton Center. I'm very excited to say that we're working in partnership with UConn. There's a team of 4 very exceptional senior students who have taken on the Town Hall facility expansion project as their senior capstone project. And they're engineering students, and they're taking the time to come up with 3 different ideas of how Town Hall could be expanded and elaborated on so that we have more space to use in that facility. We're at a point now where the Board of Selectmen will look at those different proposals. They'll select one that group of 4 students will continue on with. And it might generate some really great ideas about how we can expand these facilities in a reasonable manner. So I'm excited about that. It's great to have the energy of the students on board with us. And the last area of my goals that I have to speak with you today is on modernization and efficiency. And the 3 goals that I have there would be, first, to propose and possibly assist in the pursuit of a Distinguished Budget Presentation Award, which is given by the Government Financial Officers Association every year. The Board of Finance is responsible for generating the Bolton Town budget as it's presented on our website. And the bottom line is that there are some towns that create 300- and 400-page documents that have so much information you don't necessarily know what you're looking at. And there are some towns that generate anywhere between a 3 and a 5-page document for the public to look at. It's my goal to find the happy medium, to make sure that you can find all the information about town finances, town operations, and town budget that you want to in that one-stop shop document, without neglecting without certainly overburdening you with too much information or neglecting to share very important information with you. So that's something that I've been working on the Board of Finance with. We are also completing our branding review, and we're going to begin implementation. That will tie in directly with the website overhaul that I discussed a couple sections ago. And we will implement components of a strategic staffing plan that I've been developing in partnership with the Board of Selectmen over my tenure here in office in Bolton. In total, that concludes a summary of what my town goals are for this year. I believe that all of these can be accomplished by June 30th, 2021, which is the focus of my goal. I've been operating my goals on the same cycle that our budget does. And I believe that there's a lot of optimism in Town Hall about the fact that we've been able to accomplish a lot during these very difficult times. And certainly we're very excited about the possibilities that will reach out and extend from there. If you have ideas on things that the town of Bolton should be tackling and you would like to see implemented, please reach out to me. My email is townadmin@boltonct.org. And my phone number is 860-501-9576. And you can reach out to me personally anytime to share your ideas, your thoughts, and help make Bolton a better place to be and live. I just want to share in our last few minutes here a couple of upcoming meetings that you might be interested in attending. The next Board of Selectmen meeting will be on January 5th, 2021. And the next Board of Selectmen Facilities and Public Safety Subcommittee meeting will be held on Monday, January 4th, 2021. The Capital Acquisition and Planning Allocation Committee will meet on December 16th, which is a Wednesday. Once you're watching this, likely tomorrow. And the Board of Finance will meet on Thursday, December 17th, 2020. That concludes my update for today. As always, you can reach out to any staff member at Bolton Town Hall to get more up-to-date information on our activities, on our goals, on our progress towards those in pursuit of providing better services for you. I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch our program. Certainly, please continue to share with your friends, your family, any loved ones that are here in Bolton about how they can access this show, whether it be on the TV or whether it be online, so that we can continue to share information about our programs and about our aspirations, and so that they can get more connected with the Bolton Town government. I want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas if you celebrate, very Happy Hanukkah if you celebrate, and of course a very Happy New Year and Happy Holidays. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for watching.